We are coming to you from U.S. Cellular Field, where tonight Comcast Sportsnet presents White Sox baseball. Paul Konerko, Alex Rios, A.J. Pierzynski and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with David Ortiz and the Boston Red Sox. Hi, everybody, and welcome. With Steve Stone, I'm Ken Harrell. Since we get set to bring in the first of this four-game set, in the first of this final homestand of the season, we'll finish it off 3 against Cleveland over the weekend. So the Sox coming off that 6-game road trip. We lost the first 2 in Oakland, then won the last one. Then we went to Anaheim and swept the Angels. So we come home 4-2. We're 11 games over 500. And tonight a good pitching matchup.
Well, it's a great pitching matchup as Mark Burgley goes to the mound. He's trying to win his 13th game and finish above 500. Hopefully he can do that. 6-5 lifetime against Boston, and he's opposed by a terrific right-hander. Clay Buchholz is 16-7. His ERA is 2.39. Now, he's been one of the best pitchers in baseball. However, lifetime against the Sox, he's 0-2 with an ERA close to 10. For some reason, he's never thrown well against our ball club. Hopefully that continues. The Red Sox are still alive in the race, but they're barely beating.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
Here on the south side as the White Sox host the Red Sox in the opener of a 4-game set. Hey everyone, I'm Sarah Kustak. Welcome into U.S. Cellular Field. Now, during the past week, Ozzie Guillen has spoken openly about his desire to get some clarity about his long-term future with this organization. So, earlier today, Ozzie met with both Jerry Reinsdorf and Kenny Williams, and earlier today during the game, or prior to the game, said that he got the answers that he was looking for and will return next year as the manager of the White Sox.
I want to be here for the rest of my life. I do. But now I feel a little bit better what I thought last weekend. I think I represent the White Sox, I represent the city. And, it's nice when people watch you in the papers. They never talk to me about it, but my first, second, and third was here, and now I feel a little bit better.
A man stands in front of you and says, I understand what your concerns are, I understand what you expect, and I'd like to move forward and get back to where we were. Wipe the slate clean and let's go get them. Let's talk about the team.
And Kenny and Ozzie both readily admitted that their relationship has hit some rocky points during this past season, but Williams says when it comes to their boss, there is only one thing that is on the mind of Jerry Reinsdorf.
Jerry wants us to win. That's it, win. Figure it out, win. if somebody doesn't want to be here and doesn't want to go down the journey that we're on, then we got to make changes. But if everyone's on the same page and wants to win, wants to get after it, let's figure it out.
Game 1 between the White Sox and Red Sox on the way. Mark Buehrle takes the mound, looking to give his guys 5 wins in a row. Hawk and Stoney have the call right after the break.
Net presented by Allstate. It's a clear night here in Chicago as Mark Buehrle takes the hill against the Red Sox, who do have a pulse but just barely as a wild card team. And the starting lineup for Terry Francona's Sox: Scudero leading off, McDonald hitting second, then it's Victor Martinez, Adrian Beltre, 2 free agents, David Ortiz, Mike Lowell, Jed Lowry, Bill Hall, and Ryan Kalish rounded out. The defense and how they'll line up behind Mark Buehrle, left to right, Pierre Rios and Quentin in the infield, Morel, Ramirez, Vizquel and Konerko, A.J. Pierzynski starting it off behind the plate, and the Toyota starting pitcher is Mark Buehrle. Mark trying to win his 13th game of the year, put himself over 500, his ERA a touch over 4. The game conditions: 58 degrees, 65% humidity, winds out of the east 5, 10 miles an hour, and it is cool and clear. The umpires: Jim Wolf behind the plate, Jim Joyce at first, Marvin Hudson is at second, and Darrell Cousins is at third. So we're ready for baseball. They've thrown the ball around the infield, and I'm ready to throw it to my play-by-play partner, Hawk Harrelson.
All right, Stone Pony, thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right here on Comcast Sportsnet. So happy you could join us for the first of this 4-game set and the first of the last homestand of the 2010 season. Marco Scudero, the 34-year-old veteran infielder, playing second base tonight, will lead it off. Boston comes in with a record of 86-69. Hitting the same thing as the Sox are at 267 as a club. There's first pitch strike. Sox have a 4.10 ERA. Boston a 4.19 ERA. Down to third. Morel's got him. And quickly one out. This is the 4th meeting of the year between these two clubs. They played 3 up at Fenway Park, and the Sox, our Sox, swept them. So here's Darnell McDonald, the right fielder.
Had a lot of injuries on this Red Sox team. McDonald probably one of those guys you would love to have as your 4th outfielder. Now he's a starting outfielder, and he's got plenty of speed.
He's 9 for 10 in stolen bases. Last year with Cincinnati, hit .267, a couple of homers, and drove in 10. And Burley's got him. And quickly 2 out. Red Sox are 42 and 35 on the road this year, while they were 44 and 34 at home.
Mark Burley's going to go over the 200 inning mark once again. He's going to throw an inning and 2/3 tonight. Something that he will be very proud of when his career is over, and that's been his durability, his ability to stay healthy, and to win on a pretty consistent basis.
Well, he's 38 games over 500.
That's pretty good.
In the American League, it is really good. As that's out of play right side off the bat of Victor Martinez. Victor hitting an even 300, 19 homers, and 75 knocked in. He is 21 for 64 lifetime off Burley with 4 homers. And get foul. It will, thank you very much.
Victor Martinez, a switch hitter, but much better from the right side. In fact, 400 as a right-hand hitter, 255 as a left-hand hitter, with the overwhelming majority of his power coming from the right side.
Victor's 31 years old. And there's another souvenir right side.
He's one of their free agents, along with Adrian Beltre at third. Odds are overwhelming that Martinez would cost him a whole lot less than Beltre.
Here at beautiful USA to field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gap, send 400 straight away center. And that's chopped foul. And the magic number is 1 for the elimination of the Carmines. One Red Sox loss or one Yankee win.
Makes it a little tough.
They're gone.
Yes.
Well, they've got 4 with us, then they go back home with 3 with the Yankees.
And the Yankees sitting there coming into tonight's play, a half a game and back at Tampa Bay.
And the Yankees are trailing Toronto as we speak 7-0. Bottom of the 4th inning. And another foul ball. That was A.J. Burnett on the bump.
That's what it is coming in. A.J. Burnett has really struggled last 6 weeks.
Little high neck in, 2-2.
I think Mark might have gotten a little aggravated at the fact that he kept falling everything off. So decided to move him back.
And he beats that one through the hole. So the 2-out single.
First curveball of the night for Mark Burley, and Martinez does a nice job. He went out on the front foot, but kept his hands back, drilled it through the right side. And right-handed, that guy's just hard to get out.
That will bring up the cleanup hitter, the third baseman, Adrian Beltre, hitting at .319, 28 homers, and 99 driven in. And in that 3-game series at Fenway, he was absolutely swinging the best bat. Every time we threw him a fastball, let or high, he just hammered it.
Well, he's having a very good year in this, yet another option year for him. Seems to do a lot of that.
Boy, that helps.
That really helps.
You have a good option here, and you're going to make yourself some money.
You and Mr. Boros both.
That's amazing, isn't it? That's amazing. And that pitch way wide. 2 out, 1-2 the count to Beltre, 31-year-old veteran. He's 6 for 24 lifetime off Burley. Of the 6 hits, 5 of them stayed in the park. Get down. It will. So they're going to hold Martinez on the double by Beltre.
It looked like a high changeup. And Adrian not missing much these days. That went up and out over the plate. And the only hope here was that the sinking line drive would stay in the ballpark. It did just that. 47 doubles. And Longoria has not been playing for Tampa Bay. They hope to get him back for the final 3. But that's a big year.
47 doubles, 2 triples, 28 homers. And here's Ortiz hitting at .263, 31 homers and 98 driven in. And that's a fair ball by Konerko. So that's going to drive in number 99 and 100. And it's a quick 2-0 Boston lead.
Two easy outs, nobody on, and then running into the Martinez, Beltre, Ortiz threesome. Ortiz takes it right down the line, past the diving Konerko. And a big year for David Ortiz.
First pitch strike to Lowell, the 36-year-old veteran, hitting at .224, 4 homers and 23 driven in.
Like Lola said, this is going to be his last year.
And that's going to fall for a base hit. They're going to wave him around with a decent throw. They're going to get him. He gone.
And AJ looks at Big Papi and said, "Are you kidding?"
So that'll retire the side, but they put a pair on the board after half inning of play. It's Boston 2 and our guys coming to bat.
Leading off, Omar Vizquel, Alex Rios, Paul Konerko, Manny Ramirez, the DH, A.J. Pierzynski, Carlos Quinton, Alexei Ramirez, and Brent Morel hitting 9. The defense and on the lineup behind Buchholz, Hall, Kalish, and McDonald left to right with Beltre, Lowry, Scudero, and Lowell. Martinez behind the plate, and the toe to starting pitcher is Clay Buchholz. What a year it's been for him, 16-7 with an ERA among the league's best, 2.39. Right-handed, left-handed, doesn't matter, he gets them both out.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. Buchholz, 26 years old, 6'3", 190 pounds, out of Lumberton, Texas.
Very good fastball, very good overhand curve, and his changeup probably his best pitch.
First pitch strike to Juan Pierre. It's hitting at .273. A homer, he's driven in 44. And that's going foul, and that's going to be a souvenir.
Juan Pierre is starting to heat it up. He usually finishes very strong.
One and two the count. Sox come in at 40-34 here at home. In fact, Sox on a 6-game losing streak here at home, as that's down to Beltre. Underneath. 1 out.
Let's take a look at the home road comparison. You can see that actually our ball club has played very well away from here. Batting average similar. Runs per game in the neighborhood. Home runs a big advantage here. This is a home run park, and ERA much better on the road. Again, with a home run park here, you can understand where the ERA would be a little higher.
Well, we mentioned the Sox 3-0 against the Red Sox this year. That sweep up in Boston over Labor Day. And, in fact, in the last 8 games we've played Boston, we've won 7 of them. There's the strike to Omar. Omar hitting at 288. A couple of homers. He's driven in 29.
Been a great year for Omar. Doesn't matter which position he plays. Doesn't matter where he hits in the batting order. He's usually in the 2 spot, and he's done it almost to perfection.
Our 43-year-old phenom.
Well, let's hope that he decides he wants to play again. I would say with the numbers and what he's done this year, I can't see why not.
That's into center field. And very quickly, 2 down. So with 2 out, let's check out our picks to click, and you at home can play. All you got to do is tune into the Felco pregame live each night, see Ozzie's lineup, then click on and vote. Tonight, Sox fans watching at home have voted for Manny Ramirez. Jim Angio, our director and the crew, are going with Juan Pierre. Stone Pony's going with Alex Rios. And my buddy George Thomas down in Elkhart, Indiana, and also Jim and Kathy Canatero out in the great Pacific Northwest. We're going to go with A.J. Pierzynski. There's a shot by Alex right to Billy Hall, and that'll do it. A 1-2-3 inning, and after 1 it is 2-0 bad guys.
A, the Rays, B, the Yankees. Text A or B to 53695. You can stick around for the U.S. Cellular White Sox postgame live, or you can visit CSN Chicago. We're going to give you the final results either way.
Jed Lowry, Bill Hall, Ryan Kalish here in the top of the 2nd inning, lower 3rd of the Red Sox order. Lowry, a switch hitting shortstop, comes in at 275, 7 homers. He's driven in 20.
He's another switch hitter who, like Martinez, is much better from the right side.
That's can of corn for Alex. If you're just joining us, in the first inning, Marco Scudero grounded to third. McDonald bounced back to Burley in a hurry. And then 4 straight hits. A single by Martinez, a double by Beltre, 2-run double by Ortiz, a single by Lowell, and then Quentin threw him out at home plate. Ortiz trying to score. Paul hitting at .245, 18 homers and 46 driven in. Watch out.
Paul's got a pretty lively bat. He had a big year as a shortstop with Milwaukee. As a member of the Red Sox, he's played pretty much all over. Tonight, finding himself in left field.
Backdoored him. And the count 1-2. Oh, had 35 homers in 06.
Nice year for a middle infielder at the time.
Just off the corner.
He's got a wide open stance. He's trying to slow down Mark Burley. Taking his time, getting set, asking Jim Wolf to allow him to get set.
And that's popped up right side. Paulie got room. And that's out number 2.
200 innings for Mark Burley. 10 wins at least, 30 starts at least, in 200 innings at least for the 10 straight seasons. Longest active streak in the major leagues. Congratulations, Mark Burley.
Ryan Kalish, the center fielder, hitting at .255, 4 homers. He's driven in 23. Takes ball 1. And there's a strike.
This is a guy the Red Sox really like. They believe that he's going to be able to play in center field for a long time. They do have Jacoby Ellsbury, who's been hurt most of this year. Kalish, one of the youngsters that has a very high ceiling.
Well, Jacoby Ellsbury's got a very high ceiling as well if he's healthy.
He does. Had a hard time staying healthy. And this year, only 78 at bats. Had some rib problems most of the season.
Just got a piece of that one. He gone. And that'll do it. A 1-2-3 inning for Burley after an inning and a half. 2-0 Carmine. From Comcast, so don't miss the action. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. And right here, bottom of the second inning, Sox trail 2-0. But not to worry. On that 6-game road trip that we just on, we trailed every game, all 6, and we came home winning the last 4-4-2 on the trip.
Mark Burley threw the ball much better in the second inning, and in lifetime, Buchholz 0-2 with an ERA up close to 10 against our Sox. Let's see if we can get to him tonight.
So here's Konerko. Looking for it, got it. Good hack. Good pass on it, just underneath it. Paulie 4 for 5 with a homer lifetime off Buchholz.
He just got a pitch to drive. He just shook his head afterward, knowing that that was one in the zone that he should have hit pretty hard.
Jacks it up and takes it inside. Paulie at .313, 38 homers, 106 driven in. That's a pretty good hook right there.
This is a perfect pitch. You can't hit it. You just have to hope the umpire doesn't call it, but it had the whole plate.
He's got a good hook, a good curveball. And he can throw it hard, and he can take a little something off of it.
That's what he's done lifetime against the White Sox. Not very good, especially with a young kid with his stuff.
And then comes back, bust him inside with a fastball. So far, a good sequence. Paulie, the only pitch he's had decent to hit was that first ball fastball that he fouled straight back. Outfield straight up. They're not going to move around a whole bunch, this Boston outfield. Took that pitch nicely to even the count at 2. Manny Ramirez on deck. Took that pitch nicely and a full count. Jim Wolf behind the plate. Jim Joyce at first. Marvin Hudson at second, and Darrell Cousins over at third. Men in blue for this series. Good umpiring crew. One of the better ones.
Victor Martinez has, looks like a little white paint on his fingers so that Buchholz can see him more clearly. There you see it. Wants a fastball in. He got it in.
He did not miss out over the plate on any of the fastballs that he threw, with the exception of the first ball fastball.
I think that's why Paul shook his head on the first pitch, because he knew how tough Buchholz can be. Look at the movement on this one as it dives inside. That's a two-seam fastball. And unhittable in that spot.
So here's Manny. Manny hitting at .242 with a homer, and he's knocked in 2. Manny has had 4 at-bats against Buchholz, and he's had a couple of hits. And there's the fastball strike. And there's a curveball. He got up, and he just laced it into center field. So you can cancel a post-game show. First hit for our Sox.
That ball just came up rolling. Manny took it right back up the middle. And he's aboard with 1 out.
All right, you're a breaking ball pitcher. You were a definite curveball pitcher.
Yes.
Exclude yourself.
Yes. Bert Blyleven.
Approximation. No. An approximation on. Let's say that you've got a guy, if there's a broken bat.
At least Manny was hustling the second.
And that'll retire the side. We'll go to the third. It is still 2-0 Boston. Back to my question.
Yes.
Not that Buchholz is a breaking ball pitcher. He's not. He's just a pitcher who's got good stuff with a good curveball. What would be the approximation or percentage, so to speak, of you think if he threw, say, 35 curveballs, 30 in a game, 9 innings I'm talking about, okay, did he hung? Or the normal guy would hang?
Well, I think the more curveballs you throw, the better you're feeling for it. The less curveballs you throw, the more you're going to have a tendency to hang. And so he doesn't throw all that many.
No, he doesn't. There's a base hit right down the line by Scudero. So the leadoff double. Third, Red Sox two-bagger. The Scudero is 35th.
He's usually pretty tough against Sox. He's a guy that makes contact, doesn't try to overswing, and usually hits the ball where it's pitched.
Well, he usually hits the ball very hard against us.
Yeah. And has for quite some time. Now it's up to McDonald to either lay that bunt down or hit the ball to the right side. See if he's able to do either.
He bounced back to Burley his first trip. And there's a strike on the inner half. There's a bunt. That's a good bunt. Burley's got to make the play. He does. Boy, he makes that play just terrific. But a good bunt. Gets the job done. Sacrifice. 1-3. And a reminder, you can organize a group outing of 20 more guests during the season. Purchase a block of tickets or enhance your outing with one of 6 great party areas. The more tickets you order, the more money you save. Call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com. And, of course, after tonight, you only have 6 more games to put that to the test.
And the infield has to come in. Got a man 90 feet away and a very good hitter up in Victor Martinez.
Victor had an extended at bat last inning, or in the first, I should say. Fouled off a lot of pitches and then singled in the hole between first and second.
Last month with runners in scoring position, he's been great. Most of this year, just adequate.
Victor's a good hitter. He's a good, solid major league hitter.
Well, there's a very good chance if the Red Sox don't offer him what he likes, that he will be available. But I think they're going to go after him because I'm not sure they want to make the long-term obligation to Beltre at third.
That's going to get the job done. He's going to drive in his 76th run, and it's 3-0.
Good execution on the part of the Red Sox. You get the double. You get a very good bunt by McDonald, and then the sacrifice fly. That's the 5th of the year for Victor Martinez.
And there's a bullet by Morel at third. So he has been on the plate twice, and he has hit 2 rockets.
Well, including the time that we saw him in Boston. I'm not sure why he's only hitting .320. He's hit everything hard.
Well, as I said, every fastball he got in Boston, he just killed.
That ball was up and out of the strike zone, and he got over the top of it and hit a 2-hop rocket by Morel.
So here's Ortiz, had that 2-run double in the first inning, right down the first base line. Beltre just 2 for 3 in stolen bases. Red Sox 59 stolen bases as a club.
When you have Ellsbury out, you're not going to run all that much because he's a huge part of their running game when he's in and healthy.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Take another look at it. And David tried, and he went well around. Good call by Darryl Cousins.
Okay. he's fun to watch. They get Ortiz, Beltre. Love to watch those guys play. They have fun playing the game. They play hard.
Well, when this team was all together and they lost their number 1 hitter, number 2 hitter, number 4 hitter. I mean, just watching Pedroia play, this is a guy that gets everything out of his ability he possibly can get.
Well, an MVP.
Yeah.
And when you take Euclid out of that lineup, Euclid is really, when you get day in and day out, he is the guy, he's the go-to guy in that offense. And that's low and the count goes full. He gets a lot of big hits in the 7th. He's as good as 7th, 8th, and 9th inning hitter as there is on that ball club.
That's why losing him, losing Pedroia, I mean, it's amazing that they've stayed afloat this long, but they have, which is a testament to Terry Francona and his staff.
He gone. Second strikeout for Burley. And we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. It is 3-0 Red Sox.
Who's the only player in Red Sox history to have 50-plus stolen bases in 2 seasons? Bear in mind, this has historically not been one of the great running teams in baseball.
We need some runs. We trail at 3-0, bottom of the 3rd. Quinton, Alexei, and Morel as ball Colts.
He's got 2 fastballs, a 4-seamer that he tries to throw away from the right-handers, and that 2-seamer that really moves down and into the righties. That was that straight change, and a very good one.
Jim Wolf throwing almost as hard as Buchholz.
He's got a very good arm.
He got the best arm
Yep.
of any man in blue. And he's a good umpire. One of the better ones. There, Buchholz again. If he missed, he missed in. Boy, that is the way to do it. You don't have to throw strikes on the inside corner.
Well, I think you do yourself a disservice if you do throw strikes on the inside corner.
You put yourself in jeopardy. 3-1 pitch. Isn't it amazing how some guys in their careers just didn't throw strikes and they were great pitchers? Tommy John, he threw probably less strikes. He won 283 ball games, I believe.
But when they were in their heyday, Maddox and Glavine with Atlanta threw probably fewer strikes than most twosomes around because they could get you out of the zone consistently.
Well, if Glavine had the right umpire back there, then he never threw a strike. And then other guys can't get by unless they throw strikes. 98% of them. Bruce Sutter didn't throw any strikes.
No, I mean the best splitters aren't strikes.
So here's Alexei at 281, 17 homers, 66 knocked in. That's why it's such an unbelievable game. Big hat, no cattle on that one. Cleveland leading the Tigers 5-2 at Progressive Field.
Kalish in center field plays just about everybody straight up.
This whole outfield does. They don't move around very often. Lays off that hook, and the count evens at 1. Alexei has faced Buchholz 5 times. He has no hits. Short lead by Quinn.
Well, that 2-seam fastball that he moves inside to the right-handers has got tremendous movement tonight. It's one of the reasons why that ERA was 2.39 coming into action. You watch this one. This one didn't move as much as the one he struck out Konerko earlier. But it's still got good movement. And he throws it at 94, 95.
When he struck out Konerko on the 3-2, that was unhittable.
Well,
unless you're going to lose your fingernails, your thumbnails.
You can't lay off it, you can't hit it. But unfortunately, in 3-2, you don't have the luxury to wait around and see where it's going to go.
Just that release.
Velocity comes with the shoulder, and the movement will come with the wrist and the pop at the end.
Back through the middle and into center field for a base hit. So now Carlos is going to make the turn. Here's the throw. Safe. And then Alexi into second base. Good job by Quinton and Ramirez.
This ball bounces right back up the middle, past Lowry. Scudero can't get to it, even though he's shading up the middle. And apparently the scouting report is when you get a chance to run on Kalish, take off. Because it looked like he had a shot, but Carlos beat the play rather easily.
So now second and short or back. First base. And a little bit. Roll. Beltre halfway. And here's Morel. He's got a job to do. Hit it to the right side. Get one in, one over.
There you see the defense and how they're lining up. Get Lowell well off the line at first base.
And where Beltre is playing, Carlos can get a good secondary lead as well. And a good eye right there for the 2-0 count.
That's why falling behind with Buchholz on the mound, normally against most teams, you'd figure you were in big trouble at 3-0 down, but he's never had much luck against our Sox.
There's a shot into left field. It's going to hang up the Hall. Carlos now. It's a good thing he pulled it up.
That ball was a rocket, and Billy Hall has a shortstop's arm in left field. Now the throw was off the mark, but he got it in so quickly, there was no reason with nobody out to gamble. Very hard hit line drive. And Billy Hall is right there. Has got everything going for him as far as momentum is concerned. He pulled up
so
quickly.
Developing his as here is one. One grounded out to Beltre. And that is just foul. Just foul.
Well, you don't expect that Juan Pierre is going to pull the ball down the line if you're Mike Lowell, so that would have been a 2-base hit. Scored a pair. Juan a little above average as far as driving home the man. Infield is back. Ground ball is going to yield a run.
And a count 0-2. Well, there's some managers, even though that ball was killed by Morel, and he's a rookie, and a ranked rookie as far as time goes.
You tell him to hit the ball to the right side?
Oh, there are a lot of managers eat him alive for that. Right? Eat him alive.
Especially this early in the game.
And you got a man on second, third, nobody out, and you're trailing 3-0. A good at bat right there. And that's a big strikeout, and it's left up to Omar.
Well, it's a good curveball when you're ahead of a hitter. And Juan Pierre doesn't strike out very much. That turns into a very good pitch, standing for just the 45th time in 624 at bats. A biting curveball down, a good stop by Martinez, who took his time, looked at third, and then through to first.
Omar 0 for 1, went out to center field. And there's a chopper. So we got men on second, third, nobody out, and we leave men on second, third with 3 out. And we trail it 3-0.
The fourth meal from Taco Bell. Open 1 a.m. or later.
3-0 Boston, top of the fourth inning. 3-6-0 for their guys, 0-2-0 for our guys. Mike Lowell takes first pitch strike. He singled in the right field with David Ortiz on second. That was in the first inning. Ortiz tried to score, and Quentin threw him out. That slow curveball in the count 0-2.
Lowell's had a very nice career. Started a long time ago in the Yankee organization.
Well, he's still the all-time leader defensively at third base by a wide margin over Brooks Robinson.
He was never one of those guys that had a whole lot of speed, but if you got it close to him, it stuck in his glove. He didn't miss it, and he didn't throw it away.
Turns that one over. And that is out number 1. And a reminder, first 25,000 fans at the remaining games here at U.S. Cellular Field will receive a Cardinal Fitness game card. So stop into a Cardinal Fitness with your game card and get a membership for as low as $10 a month. Lowry, 0 for 1, 1 out to Rios in center. And the count 2-0.
Can't take Lowry for granted from this side of the plate because he can put a charge into it on occasion.
Little change-up strike. Got 7 homers, knocked in 20. And the count 3-1.
It's only 150 at-bats for him this year. Red Sox believe that he'll be an everyday player for him.
First walk issued by Burley. And a reminder, you can place your deposit now for a 2011 full or partial season ticket plan and be among the first to select your seat location. You can gain access to the best seats available here at US Cellular Field and take advantage of all the benefits that a season ticket holder enjoys. So call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com. All fouled out to Canerco. His first trip. Tries to take that one into right field.
Well, Lowry didn't have much of a lead and still almost got picked off. He's fairly close and actually leaning back. Looked like he was stuck in the mud there. But managed to get in under the tag.
It did look like somebody reached up from below and grabbed him by the ankles.
I mean, he had about like a 4-foot lead. Tried to get back and could hardly get back.
First of a 4-game set, first of the final 7 of 2010. 2-1 to count. Tomorrow night, Edwin Jackson against John Lackey. And make your plans to be with us here at beautiful US Cellular Field. If you can't, that game will be right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Then on Wednesday, Freddie Garcia, who was just outstanding in his last outing, against Josh Beckett. And that game will be over WCIU. And in the finale on Thursday, Johnny Danks against John Lester. Lester going for his 20th victory. Danks going for his 15th. Can he get him? Yes. Nice play. Beautiful play by Alexei. 2 down.
Well, there was no shot at all at second base. And what a play by Ramirez. Morel can't get to it. Alexei off balance, very strong arm, throws it right on the button, and it's not even close at first base.
I thought once that ball got by Morel, it was all over. But no!
Reminiscent of a couple of plays he made in Seattle. Only they were from further back on the outfield.
Oh, yeah, that play was a piece of cake compared to those. So here's Kalish. He struck out. Takes low ball 1. And he's got the catbird seat at 2-0 with Scudero on deck. Three 6-0 for their guys, 0-2-0 for our guys. As the count moves to 2-1.
Kalish just 22 years old.
That is top foul.
Pierre fairly shallow in left field. The rest of the outfield pretty much straight away. It's
all right. He just flipped it in there and let him hit it hard. Foul. Meanwhile,
that's why you bring your glove to the ballpark, right there, so you can stand up amongst all your friends. Get yourself a souvenir and protect everybody.
Polly will suck that up, and that'll retire the side. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It is still Boston by 3.
They play in Red Sox history to have 50-plus stolen bases in 2 seasons, and the answer, Jacoby Ellsbury. And we were talking about earlier in the game, in 08 and 09, 70 bags last year. It's a big loss for them this year.
3-0 bad guys. Alex Rios, 0 for 1. He hit a screaming Mimi right at Billy Hall at left field. Takes ball 1. And the count's 2-0. Just tuning in, Red Sox 2 in the first, 1 in the third. Sox last inning had men on second, third, nobody out, and that's where we left them. And that is pulled and chopped foul. That's fisted into left field. Stretch. Nope. He just muscled that ball out there on the track. Didn't get hardly any of it. 1 out.
Seems like a pretty lively ballpark tonight, because he got that one on the inner part of the bat, and still it went out to the middle of the track.
Here's Pauly. Struck out on a 3-2. I mean, moving fastball. Down and in. His first trip.
Buchholz remembered it, and so did Paul, but he yanked this one foul.
Pauly just a magnificent season. 38 homers, 106 knocked in, but it's just not the numbers. It's when he hit those home runs and when he knocked in those runs. That's what's impressive to me.
And the defense he played. I mean, he helped win a lot of games with that glove.
Well, he's been doing that. Last year, there for a while we were in contention until the bullpen went down. His defensive first base was the main reason we were still hanging in there. There's nobody in this league who has better hands at first base than Konerko, or who throws more accurately than Konerko. Two down.
That'll tell you what kind of stuff that Buchholz has tonight. There's not too many right-handers will make Paul look this bad on a straight change, and as bad as he looked on a fastball the first time up. That straight change is really tough from Buchholz, who has the good curveball and two different kinds of fastballs, so it's hard to guess with him.
Well, when you get a right-hander like Buchholz tonight, and he's the way he's been for the most part all year, he's got that good two-seamer sinking down and in. He's got a four-seamer who can run away from you. Got an outstanding curveball. And he's got that good change, outstanding change. There's not one pitch that you can go up to the plate and say, well, how can I be dangerous against this guy? It's not going to be off the curveball.
Well, but you always talk, though, about giving up part of the plate.
Got to. You got to. To me, if you try to cover the plate on him, you're dead. But that two-seam fastball, now, if you're going to stand on top of the plate, try to take that curveball away from him, it even becomes more devastating. So that's what I'm saying. If he's got his stuff, you're at his mercy.
Yep. And he's got his stuff tonight.
Well, you got to get a hanger from him, or he's got to make a mistake like he did on the first ball fastball with Konerko on his first at bat. And if you don't get that one, well, you know, Farrell's a Pauline.
Now it's some problems.
Manny singled for our first hit back in the second. He got a curveball that was up a little bit, but that's a quick 1-2-3 inning. That didn't take long, and we'll go to the fifth. All-State. Tail of the tape. First pitch strike to Marco Scutaro, who's 1 for 2. A double and a run scored. That was back in the third inning. The 1-1 pitch. And there's a solid base hit. Just flipped a little changeup up there. And you can text Subway to 53695. And if you are the 500th texter, you could win $5 footlong subs from Subway.
You might as well go and acquire Scudero because we can't get him out. Hits the ball very hard just about everywhere. You play him to the off field, he pulls the ball. You play him the pull, he hits it to the off field.
Here's McDonald. And there's a solid single. So trouble to brewing here in the top of the 5th. McDonald now 1 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. He is now 6 for 9 lifetime off Burley.
Martinez has grounded into 17 double plays this year. Victor came up with the Cleveland Indians, an organization that has been known for a long time to bring very good hitters to the major leagues.
And Victor's playing in his 1,000th game. Now Scudero, 2 for 3 tonight, comes into this game. In 121 at bats, career-wise, a .364 hitter against us.
And improved on that tonight.
Close, didn't get it.
Mark wanted to cut it inside. He cut it inside.
That may have been a strike when it went across that plate.
He's looking to get that ground ball to the left side, which would turn into 2.
There's a strike. Even to count at 2. Almost got it by him. Two on, nobody out, 2-2 the count here in the top of the 5th. 3-0 Red Sox. And another foul ball. He has had a few souvenirs he's doled out against the slants of Burley tonight.
That time just barely able to stay alive on that high fastball.
And a full count.
So the question is, if you're Terry Francona, do you think that Martinez can make contact? He does usually make contact, especially from the right side. Manning just 12 times this year. Then you start the runners. Let's see what Francona decides.
Fisted him. Alexei is there. Infield fly rule is called. And that's out number 1. Good 3-2 pitch right there by Burley.
Kept that fastball in on the hands of Martinez. Been trying to go there the entire at bat. This time getting it there.
Now he just cut that one right in there on it.
Didn't get anything on it.
So here's Beltre, a double, a single, and both times they were not duck snorts.
No.
Slow curveball misses. Beltre, .290 lifetime hitter against us. And now he's got the catbird seat. This is when you just chomping at the bit if you're a hitter. Swinging the bat good, having a big year.
Got that one in on his hands, and when a fastball hitter knows the fastball is coming and you're still able to get it by him, it was a good pitch.
And that's by Morel. So Scooter will score. And it's 4-0.
It's RBI 100. In fact, in the same night, both Big Papi and Adrian Beltre have driven in their 100th run.
So here is Ortiz. He doubled in 2 in the first inning, and that was his 308th double. A Red Sox uniform tying him. But Dom DiMaggio for 7th place in club history. Takes first pitch strike. Outfield around to the left, gap in right center. And take your time, this should be. Burley is right where he should be. And that'll rack him up. A 3-6-1 double play, but the third base hit of the evening by Beltre knocks in another one. We're halfway home, trailing 4-0. As we trail it 4-0, bottom of the 5th inning. AJ, Quentin, and Alexei to face Clay Buchholz. AJ had a Matabatacola and to a 3-6 double play in the 2nd inning. There's that curveball. Baltimore chop. Buchholz falling all over himself.
Well, that was well played. You call for a fair catch, son.
You could see that one coming.
You could say he lost it in the lights, except he was looking up at the sky. And, yep.
Right on the fanny.
That will make a few highlight reels this evening. Probably not the work of a Gold Glover, but he did hold him to a single. Victor Martinez went out to find out if he's okay.
So that'll bring up Quentin. Carlos drew a walk leading off the third. And he went to third on the base hit up the middle by Alexei. They tried to make a play on Carlos at third, and Alexei went into second. That was with nobody out, and we couldn't score. Outfield, same spot. Straight up, spread out a little bit. As there's a pitch that'll get into a right-handed hitter's head right there.
Well, he keeps thinking that he can get it inside. Carlos not swinging at it.
Look at the movement, though. That's why it'll get into your head.
Tremendous movement, but I preferred to throw those actually when you're forcing a hitter to swing at it. And he got him.
So here we go again. First 2 men aboard.
Carlos hit for the 20th time. He's one behind Juan Pierre.
So here's Alexei. Picked up our second hit with that base hit back through the middle in the third. That was his first hit off Buchholz in 6 at-bats. Curveball. Ooh.
Well, that looks
like a Jim Dandy.
That looked like a pretty good one.
Yeah. That's a Jim Dandy hook he's got.
Let's take another look at it. And it buckled the knees of Alexei. That would buckle a lot of knees.
Lovely. And that is just foul. And a reminder, you can stop by the Comcast Fundamentals deck at U.S. Cellular Field for the ultimate game day experience. You can visit the Comcast dugout to see official White Sox equipment, take photos next to life-size player cutouts, and listen to updates about the Sox pitching staff on the Xfinity Voice dugout phone. All brought to you by the great folks at Comcast. Big pitch right here, the 1-1. Pulled the string on him, had him way out in front.
There's some pretty impressive numbers so far for Buchholz.
Tries to nail that outside corner. Tried to ace him right there. And the count 2-2.
That was a four-seamer. That one you don't want a whole lot of movement on, especially at 97. But he threw it off the outside corner.
And that one right over the top and souvenir right side. Bow your neck right here, Alexei.
He keeps on running that fastball inside. Beltre is too far off the line to get it.
Curveball. He got it up. He hung it and got away with it. 1 out. And he knew it, too.
He was trying to throw this a little bit harder than he probably should have, and it doesn't do a whole lot. But unfortunately, it did partially buckle the knees of Ramirez. That's why he was so far under it.
So here's Morrell. He hit a rocket right to Bill Hall in left field with men on second, third, nobody out. Meanwhile, it was just a hard out. That is slashed into the seats. So the count 0-1.
Pretty good movement on that one. That one, although it was a straight fastball, it acted like a cutter.
It looked like it from up here.
94 miles an hour. You can see it just kind of starts outside and keeps moving away.
That's exactly what it was, a cutter. Ball gets by. So that will be the 7th wild pitch.
That time, Victor's sitting inside, and it hit the plate. That made it skid. If you're sitting inside and a guy's throwing 97 and hits the plate with it, you're not going to have much of a shot.
Unless you catch an ankle burger.
Yep. He didn't catch anything that time.
And that's low 2-2. Come on, Brent, we need you, buddy. Right here. Stay on top of it. Yeah, well off the plate. Slightly open stance. That's going to get the job done. Get over his head. Hall makes the catch. Gets it back in. Good play by Bill Hall as A.J. scores. And it's a 4-1 ball game.
Brent is hitting the ball very well tonight. Crushed it the first time up in the third. This time, hit it just about as hard as you can hit it and keep it in the park as Billy Hall goes back, makes the catch. RBI number 5 on the sacrifice fly, and it cuts the lead to 3.
And here's Juan Pierre 0 for 2. Juan is grounded to third and then struck out. Pure ball misses. Boy, that curveball of his sets everything up. When he misses with it, you got a chance. And the count 2-0. Pick him up, Juan. Big man out there at second base.
One started out slowly, but as you can see, since June 27th, with 2 outs and runners in scoring position, that's a big number, 371.
Well, he's just had a good year, regardless of what he's hitting now. That's hit too hard. It's going to hang up for Kalish, who comes on, makes the catch. But the Sox get on the board, and we'll go to the 6th. It is now a 4-1 Boston lead.
poll question. So here are the results so far. The Rays at 62%. You can still text A or B to 53695. You can watch the U.S. Cellular postgame show for final results. The show is also live tonight.
Mike Lowell takes ball one from Mark Burley. It's a 4-1 Red Sox lead. Scored 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the fifth. Marco Scutaro weaving some magic as he usually does against us. He has a couple of hits and a couple of runs scored. Beltre 3 for 3 with an RBI. As there he gets sawed off, flips it over their dugout, and of course Big Papi with 2 RBIs. So Ortiz now drove in number 99 and 100, and Beltre in the fifth drove in number 100.
And Linebrink, who threw in yesterday's game, up for the second time tonight.
2-2 the count to the 36-year-old veteran. Lowell, all-time fielding percentage leader at third base, 974.
Plenty of doubles in this decade.
And Brooks Robinson second, 3 percentage points back at 971, followed by Kenny Reitz, who was a good one, at 970. As that's popped up. Alex, 1 out. But that's unbelievable, having guys like Brooks Robbins, Ken Reitz, Eric Chavez, George Kell, good third baseman, and to have a 3 percentage point lead in defensive zone.
Okay, when you consider that essentially Florida Marlins said, if you want Beckett, you have to take Lowell, and what Lowell has done for these Red Sox, that was a pretty good deal for them, because Lowell was making a lot of money. You can understand Florida's standpoint, but they didn't think he was going to play this good, this long when they moved him.
Well, that's just a terrible error in judgment right there. I mean, evaluating, that's one of the things that clubs have the most problems doing, evaluating their own talent. They keep looking at other teams rather than looking at what they've got. Good pitch, didn't get it right there.
Well, Florida doesn't make too many.
They don't make too many.
No.
But that was a bad one there.
That's the one that got them Hanley Ramirez, that deal. They got a good one back.
And there's a base hit. So Lowry now 1 for 2. A fly out to center, a walk, and now a single.
The Red Sox are in double digits in base hits tonight against Mark Burley. That's their 10th.
Bill Hull fouled out to Konerko. Then he hit a ball in the hole between third and short. Alexi went over and made a brilliant play on him. Takes a strike on the outside edge or the outside corner.
Yankees trying to come back at Toronto. They were losing 7-0. It's now a 7-5 game, but they're running out of time.
And the count 0-2. Cleveland leading Detroit 6-3 in that ball game.
Mark ready to deliver pitch 101.
And it is way high, 1-2.
A lot of pitches so far with 1 out here in the 6th inning. Could use a double play ground ball.
2-2. He gone. 2 down. Third strikeout for Burley.
It was a high fastball. Keeps it away from him. And he gets him.
Ryan Kalish has struck out and grounded out to Konerko. Hit the ball pretty hard. That's inside. 4-10-0 for their guys, 1-3-0 for our guys here in the top of the 6th inning. It's hit softly into right field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Now they're going to go to first base and get it. That's what you get by hitting the cutoff man. You hit the cutoff man, some good things can happen. You miss him, bad things happen. Meanwhile, that'll retire the side. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It is still 4-1 Boston. Attaboy, Carlos. Comcast Sportsnet. And then as the White Sox and the Red Sox square off, coverage begins at 6:30 with GMC Sports Night. Don't miss White Sox Red Sox tomorrow night at 7 right here on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Well, Kalish looped a base hit. It winds up ending the 6th inning. Carlos can't get to it, but he can throw it right at Ramirez, who goes behind Kalish, who's out by plenty. Just your typical 9-6-3 out.
A typical hit the cutoff man, good thing happened play. First pitch strike to Omar, who's 0 for 2. He is going out to center, and he is grounded to first. 4-1 bad guys here in the first of this 4-game set.
And I think Mark Burley might have had enough for tonight.
Came in with 198 in the 3rd innings. And he's going to go out with 204 in the 3rd innings. There's a good way to start it. Let's get something going right here, boys.
Just another 200-inning season for Mark Burley.
Well, what an asset he has been to this organization.
For 10 years, just taking the baseball game after game after game.
And one of the greatest teammates you could ever have. He is unbelievable. I know all the Sox fans have heard me say this many, many times. He is absolutely, it's unbelievable how much he's like Catfish Hunter. Similar stuff. Catfish maybe threw just a tad harder, but not much. Catfish. He's in Cooperstown. Mark's just 31 years old. And he's won 147 games.
I think a lot depends on how long he wants to play.
That's the whole key. That's the whole key. Look at this hook. That'll buckle your knees right there. But Mark is, I know that everybody that's ever played with him, he's a Hall of Famer. I know he is mine. He's one of the greatest I've ever been around. It's been a joy. He's been one of my huge joys being with this organization all these years. Mark Buehrle. The 0-2 pitch. Pretty good pitch right there by Buchholz. Good job by Alex just to hang in there. He's 0 for 2. He's lined really hard, super hard to left to Bill Hall. And then he went out deep to Bill Hall. Just muscled it out there. Watch out. As they get the force.
Well, they get the force out, but the head of the bat when pinwheeling into the stands, and hopefully everybody is okay. Phew. That's a bad sight. He's left with just the handle, and that's what we have to avoid in this game.
Well, Bud is spending a ton of money trying to solve that problem. And knowing Bud Selig, he will find some sort of a solution to lessen the danger. As long as you got maple bets, you're never going to solve it 100%. There's no definitive resolve to it. It's just that simple. Those bats are going to shatter. You can hit it right on the screws and have that thing explode into the seats. But something's got to be done vis-a-vis a grip that goes up that does not affect the feel of the bat to the hitter, or they're going to have to get used to it if they're going to use the maple bat.
I think you hit it with the grip, either rubberized or polyurethane, something above where the hands usually sit, where when you do crack it, it stays at least within the field of play.
As that's fouled back. Probably a good swing. Probably 0 for 2. He's only had a couple of good pitches to hit tonight and fouled them back. Manny on deck. Rios with 34 stolen bases. Just a decent lead for him. Nothing big.
Ball just looking for one pitch that he can handle. He got one pitch the first time up, the first pitch. After that, not too many good pitches to hit.
And that's a fair ball. There's a long peg. 2 down.
Well, that's the one thing that Beltre does bring with him. Besides a pretty good bat, he has been a very good fielder from the day he stepped on a major league diamond. This ball does go over the bag fair. And a long and very accurate throw to Lowell.
Well, what made that a good play for Beltre was all the top spin that he had on that second bounce. But he handled it easily. So here's Manny. He's 1 for 2. A single and a strikeout. Close pitch, didn't get it. And the count 1-0. Boy, it's hard to backhand. Ground ball has got a lot of topspin. Come on, Manny. He had a good rip and just underneath it. Manny, in his time in the Sox uniform, has had some good pitches to hit. He's had good swings at them, but he's fouled them back. So what does that tell you? That tells you that he just has not been in hitting form, in hitting shape, so to speak. When you're just on it, but underneath it. And that's a two-hopper down to Beltre, who sucks it up. He'll throw him out, and that'll retire the side. We get the leadoff man aboard, and that's it. We're into the seventh. It is still Boston by 3. The 242-957 for your chance to catch this historic moment as the team raises the Stanley Cup banner to the rafters.
Mark Buehrle's night is done at 6 innings, and Scott Linebrink's is just beginning. Linebrink at 3-2, ERA 4.39, and for the 51st time. There you look at the numbers for Mark Buehrle. 6 innings, 4 runs on 11 hits, a walk and 3 strikeouts.
It'll be the top of the order: Scutaro, McDonald, and Martinez. Takes ball 1. Scutaro 2 for 3, a double, a single, 2 runs scored. Wasn't it? Top of the ninth, in Toronto, 7-5 Blue Jays against the Yankees. Kansas City leading Minnesota 10-8. Bottom of the fourth at Kauffman Stadium.
Wind must be blowing out there. That's a lot of runs in 4 innings in that ballpark.
Close pitch, didn't get it.
So just cutting off the outside corner.
Yeah, that ball hit deep in the left center field. Nobody's going to get it. Off the big hurt sign. And it's a ground rule double. over the, I should say, the big hurt sign.
Scudero having yet another big night.
What new? 36 doubles. McDonald's 1 for 2. There's the bunt. It's a good one. Second. Sacrifice bunt. Good bunt by McDonald. Back in the 5th, same thing. We'll check it at 3rd when he doubled. Scudero doubled. The sacrifice bunt. And the sacrifice fly by the man walking to the plate right now, Victor Martinez.
And the infield will once again have to come in at all 4 positions.
Four-1 Boston here in the top of the 7th inning. And you can visit the official online shop of the White Sox. Browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, and authentic classics for the whole family. So get your gear from the official source. Shop at whitesox.com. Nice job by AJ keeping it in the vicinity.
Tough to have a splitter your second pitch with a man at third base and have a lot of trust in your catcher. AJ's been very good at blocking low pitches this entire year.
Cleveland beat Detroit 6-3. Toronto beat the Yankees 7-5. As there's a base hit, and it's a 5-1 Boston lead.
Second run batted in of the night for Martinez, his 77th of the year.
So here's Beltre. He's just been hammering everything, hanging out some hemp. A double, 2 singles, a run scored, and an RBI. And a big rip right there. He's barreling up everything.
Thought he should have hit that one real hard. And a fastball up and out over the plate and fouled it straight back.
So the Yankees lose to the Blue Jays 7-5. And they're still a half game back of Tampa Bay as Baltimore shuts out the Rays 4-0.
Yankees have had all kinds of problems with Toronto. There you look at the standings after tonight's action in the East. And Boston trying to narrow the gap.
In case you're just tuning in, as there is a Boston has a very, very thin avenue.
Very, very thin.
The magic number is, or the tragic number for Boston is 1. 1 Red Sox loss or 1 Yankee win, and they gone. That's off the end of the bat, broke it. So that good bat, another $64 bill, just bit the dust. And that bat is gone.
Lucas Harrell loosening up in the bullpen.
Up high, 1-2. He gone. 2 down. And here's Ortiz. David picked up his 36th double, knocked in 2 runs, number 99 and 100 in the first inning. That rally coming with 2 out, nobody on, a single by Martinez, a double by Beltre, the 2-run double by Ortiz. And that pitch up high.
David right on top of the plate. There was a time when you couldn't get the ball inside at all.
Well, at one time, David Ortiz could take an inside fastball from a right-hander and hit it hard and keep it fair. Now, that same fastball from the left-hander, he'd hit it hard, but he would hook it foul. One and 2 the count. When he was at Minnesota, he was just primarily an opposite field hitter.
He got to Boston and became a devastating hit.
Well, that's the best 1-2 combination I've ever seen in my career, 51 years. It's David Ortiz and Manny Ramirez.
Left-handed, right-handed?
And I'm talking about when they did it. In the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning, they were just murder. That was murderer's row right there. They were just awesome. And against good pitching. Broken bat, and that's a base hit. So a little duck snort.
Well, David did make his reputation on hits like this, but occasionally you have to mix a few of those in. Get it off the end of the bat, break your bat, and just ease it over the head of Morel, who had shifted to shortstop in the radical shift that usually is employed against Ortiz.
Well, he had a couple of years there, that one in particular, that I don't remember what season it was. It was amazing how many game-winning home runs he hit.
Well, particularly tough at Boston because there was really no place you could pitch it. If you kept him away, he just hit it over the wall. If you tried to get it inside, he'd hit it out in right field.
If you recall, go back in your memory bank a little bit, it was amazing how many balls he hit. Yeah, it's a nice job by A.J. that he hit right down the right field line, just fair, way back into those seats. And that's experience. That's knowing how to hit with short arms. And he could do that with the best of them. You get any kind of extension at all on that pitch, and it's going to be rope foul. As the count moves to 1-2 on Lowell. And that's rope foul.
Red Sox just played a very big, very good 3-game series against the Yankees, and they really battled them. And in last night's game, both Rivera and Papelbon blew saves in the same game. Hard to believe, but they did. And on Mariano, they stole 4 bases.
Two on, 2 out, and the 2-2 pitch. Carlos, a long way to go. He's not going to be able to get there. And it's not playable. Well, Mike Lowell has been certainly an asset to his profession. There's no question about that. He gone. And that'll do it, but they pick up one. 7th inning stretch. 5-1 Red Sox.
Over.
And A.J. Pierzynski will lead it off for us here in our half of the 7th. He's 1 for 2 with an infield single, a Baltimore chop, and a run scored. Takes ball 1.
He's got a good chance of testing out Lars this very first at bat.
That's high and deep into center field. Pitch. In front of the big hurt, makes the catch. 1 down, and that'll bring up Carlos Quentin. Carlos has walked, and he also was hit by a pitch.
For the 20th time. Carlos 21, Pierre 21. That's a lot of hit by pitches.
That pitch is low. Make your plans to be with us tomorrow night, game 2 of this 4-game set. Edwin Jackson against John Lackey. Can't make it. That game will be right here on Comcast Sportsnet. And on Wednesday, Freddie Garcia against Josh Beckett. Finale of this series on Thursday, Johnny Danks against John Lester. And both those games on Wednesday and Thursday will be over WCIU Channel 26.
Johnny Danks with a career high in wins, and John Lester going after number 20. It's a good matchup of very talented young left-handers.
2 of the better ones in this league. I don't know about the National League, but over here, 2 of the better ones. And there's a chopping base hit on a high breaking pitch back through the middle. So the 5th hit for our guys, and that'll bring up Alexei, who is 1 for 2. And a reminder, you can enjoy a day here at beautiful U.S. Cellular Field with your family and friends, because tickets for the White Sox are on sale right now. So for tickets, visit whitesox.com or call 866-SOX-GAME. That's foul back and Souvenir.
Thinking about all the shortstops in our league, can you think of anybody who would win the Silver Slugger over Alexei? We were trying to think about it last night. It seems to me that his numbers exceed just about everybody.
Well, he's my all-star shortstop this year. He has really played some baseball.
Yes, he has.
And he's done it with leather and the lumber. This has been his best in a Sox uniform. And as I've talked about before, between Joey Cora and Omar Vizquel, for some reason, he just did a lot of things different this year that he's been actually had. There's Joey. His first couple of years, he had some faults and just couldn't overcome them. But this year he did. And of course, Alexei, as you and I discussed yesterday, I don't care who's out on the bump. He's in there every day.
Yeah. He faces the toughest of all of them, and he stands right up in the box with as fast a hands as you'll see. You just don't overpower him too much.
Yeah, this has been his best year in the White Sox uniform. The 1-2. That ball hit deep. Stretch. Get on back there. Nope. Right in front of the track. Two down, and then it'll bring up Brent Morel.
If that had been a fastball, that probably would have been out of ballpark, but he took a little something off. That's a straight chain designed to get you out front just enough. And with about 8 feet to spare, it stayed in the park.
Grant has lined out very hard to left field and has a sacrifice fly. Jacks it up. He did not go. And he's got the count. He's got the seat. The catbird seat, 2-0. Stretch. Stretch. Get on back there. Hall right beside our Comcast Sportsnet sign. Caught it on the end of the bat. And that'll retire the side. We'll go to the 8th, trailing by 4.
out. On for the 7th time. 3 of them starts. So hopefully he can hold the Red Sox right there. He inherits a 4-run deficit. Scott Linebrink's night is over.
Lowry takes first pitch outside. Scott went 1 inning, giving up 1 run on 3 hits, no walks, and a couple strikeouts. Softly hit. Get over there, Lucas. Perfect feed, but new by Paul. So 1 out. Just 6 more games here at beautiful US Cellular Field. And it was great to hear that Ozzie indeed will be back next year. Bill Hall's 0 for 3. Fouled out the first. Alexei got him on a beautiful play, and then he struck out. Takes first pitch strike. Both the Yankees and the Braves lost their games. Toronto beat New York 7-5. Baltimore shuts out Tampa Bay 4-0. Mattis, I believe it was.
He's got a chance to be a very good left-hander.
Mattis or Guthrie. They got Guthrie listed, but I believe it was Mattis.
He's the #1 draft choice.
And he's not a hard thrower. He's one of those, boy, that's really when you know you got something going. When you don't have a left-hander, when you have a left-hander, I should say, it's not a hard thrower.
But a terrific curveball.
And good control.
Yep.
Two and 2 the count to the 30-year-old veteran, Bill Hall.
That was about a 57-footer. Yeah, but nobody on. AJ said, I think I'll let this one go. I've been hit more than a few times tonight.
Well, they had Guthrie listed, but it was Mattis. And he walks him. Through first pitch strike and then loses it.
That's the one thing that Lucas has got to work on. There is no doubt that the stuff is very good, but his control this year has been spotty.
Well, Lucas knows it. He knows that the walks and the counts are the 2 things that'll do him in.
17 walks, 21 innings.
If you're just tuning in, Red Sox 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the fifth, 1 in the seventh. Our lone tally coming in the fifth. But we had a couple of chances against Buckholz. We had men on second, third, nobody out in the third, and just couldn't score. Could not score.
Eric Patterson has come on to pinch run. The night is done for Billy Hall.
Got a good lead. There he goes.
AJ made it a little closer than it should have been because Patterson got a running start on Harrell. Throws on the third base side, so you're not going to get too many people there, but AJ had no shot. Take a look at this. He's got a 4-step jump.
So 2-0 the count to Kalish. Ryan is 1 for 3. Got a good pitch to hit and couldn't do anything with it. Up high, 3-1. Got himself out right there. Just ate him up, and that's 2 down. What we've discussed so much this season that a lot of times, especially young hitters, 2-0, 3-1, you just go right at the power and they jam themselves. They break their bats, swing and miss, hit it foul.
That ball was a good 3-4 inches inside off the plate.
So here's our new nemesis. Scudero 3 for 4, couple doubles, 3 runs scored. Came in hitting at 364 lifetime against us. And that's a lot of at-bats as well. In fact, that was 121 at-bats. So he's up, and he pops him up right here. Alexei, and that'll do it. Nothing across. One man stranded. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It'll be the top of the order. Boyle, Jim Miller, Dan Jiggins join new host Howard Griffith for a complete game breakdown. Plus, Kip Lewis is live with player and coach's reaction. U.S. Cellular Bears postgame live tonight after the Bears game, right here on Comcast Sportsnet.
Eric Patterson stays in the game. He came out a pinch run, stays in left field.
One, 0 for 3 tonight. And the third struck out and then line hard to center. Out in front of the plate. Martinez just does get him. That little double clutch right there, getting the ears on it.
See, Victor took his time and it almost cost him. This ball came out with a lot of spin on it. Usually that spin takes it right back to you, and it does. He had to get an angle and just barely got it there. See, a lot of first basemen get hurt on a play like that as they stretch across. But Lars came away unscathed.
So here's Omar. He's 1 for 3. Takes first pitch strike.
Buchholz has 1 complete game this year.
And that was a shutout. Well, it's easy to see why he's put the numbers up that he has. He's got a nice variety, a nice repertoire.
And the league came in hitting .228 against him, which is a pretty low number. Atchison loosening up in the bullpen just in case.
Yeah, if he gets that curveball over, everything else is just set up. He's got 2 different fastballs, the 2-seamer, the 4-seamer, and an outstanding changeup.
All ready to deliver pitch number 105.
Got him. 2 down. That's his 5th strikeout. Alex is 0 for 3. A line drive to left, a hard line drive. And then he went out deep to left. Didn't get much of it, just muscled it out there. And then he hit into a fielder's choice. Well, that's what that fastball will get you right there. A lot of pain. It's right off his knee, it looked like.
That one got his knee flush, and he is in some pain as Hermie comes running out. You can wear all the shin guards you want. You don't wear any protection up there. We'll take another look at it. The fastball moving inside, and that's right off the inside of the left knee. Wow.
So Diaza is grabbing a bat. Alex will go up and get some treatment on that immediately, post haste. You know, my playing days, I never saw one hitter foul a ball off his knee like that. Not one. Saw a lot of guys get it in the foot. A lot of guys get it in the shin. A lot of guys get it in the ankle. Never above halfway up the knee. Never. The calf right there. Never.
So what's the difference? Livelier ball?
I have no clue. I mean, the angles that these guys are fouling.
I've seen it even hitting just above the knee.
Oh, yeah. As Diaza, Lars Anderson makes the play. That'll retire the side. We'll go to the ninth. It is still 5-1 Boston. Big Hurt, Frank Thomas, Chuck and Bill's analysis. This USA White Sox postgame live immediately following the game on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Alejandro Diaz stays in the game in center field. And Lucas Harrell continues after a scoreless 8th.
Darnell McDonald, he's 1 for 2 with 2 beautiful sacrifice bunts. And the count 0-2.
That was a good curveball by Harrell.
Up high, and a reminder, this Friday is the final United Flyaway Friday. One lucky fan will have the chance to win 2 free round-trip tickets to anywhere in the continental U.S. that United Airlines flies. United, proud to fly the Chicago White Sox. And I want to thank Sparky Seiple, Mark, and Mark Jr., and also Mike Corrigan, and Bobby. All the great folks at United for another terrific season. He gone. 1 out.
Well placed fastball in the outside corner. And McDonald is out number 1. Set him up looking for the breaking ball. But threw the fastball right there.
Here's Victor. Victor is 2 for 3. A couple of RBIs and a run scored. Five 14-0 for them. 1-5-0 for us. Up high 2-0.
Daniel Bard loosening up in the bullpen for the BOS Sox.
He has the awesome stuff, Bards.
That's great stuff.
And that ball is smoked by Victor. Picks up his 3rd hit. And you can join our White Sox mobile group to receive exclusive offers and chances to win great prizes like autographed jerseys and baseballs. Just text Sox to Shy Sox. That's 244-769 to enter to win an autographed Mark Burley baseball. Mark Burley baseball. Standard text and data rates apply. Visit whitesox.com for official rules. Beltre, 3 for 4 with an RBI. Coming in the 5th, that was number 100 for the season. And he falls behind him 2-0. Now field straight up, spread out. A little bit of a gap out there in left center. And the count's 3-0.
Odds are he's going to get the 3-0 green light.
I'd be surprised if he did.
Yeah, even in a 5-1 game.
Taking all away. Four-run deficit in these games. With this ball is not insurmountable. Yeah, that ball is just hammered in the right center field. So Victor's being waved around. He's going to score. And it's 6-1.
That's 4 hits for Beltre. Not a one of them a cheapie. Driven in 101. Ball behind 3-1. The guys that are swinging the bat like he's swinging it. You got some trouble.
Well, we touched on that last inning. That Lucas knows that. He's got to throw. He's one of those guys, if he gets beat, he's got to get beat in a hurry. And by that I mean he's got to throw strike one. He's got to work fast, throw strikes, and then let the chips fall where they may. As here is Ortiz. You can't be nibbling out there. You got to throw strike one. This stuff is not. The stuff's just not good enough to pitch 2-0-3-1 like he did to Martinez and like he did right there to Beltran. Not too many guys stuff is.
Now these guys in the middle are pretty tough, and have been tough for a long time.
You're going to pitch 2-0-3-1 and try to win a ball game. If you're right-handed, you got to have some stuff like Buchholz. It's just like when he had men on second and third, nobody out. He's got good enough stuff to where he can get out of some situations like that.
Well, to this point, that was a defining inning in the game.
Yeah.
Because we had a shot. Certainly to score one, probably 2 runs. And you come away empty. You give that other team a big lift. You give Buchholz a big lift. And their offense just has been steadily pecking away ever since.
6 runs on 16 hits. Yes, he did. He gone. He knew it. 2 down.
Good breaking ball down. David thought he could convince Darrell Cousins he didn't swing, but he, of course, did.
So here's Lars Anderson. Lars out of Fair Oaks, California. First ball, fastball. Hunting pops it up. Piazza makes it, but they put one on the board. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. We need 5 to tie.
Cash, who checks in behind the plate. And Scott Atchison on the hill for his 41st appearance, a 2-3 record, ERA 4.24. There you look at the numbers, much tougher against the right-handers than the left. And he's got a 5-run lead, and we've got 3 outs.
So Atchison out of Topeka.
And he plays
in Santa Fe. There he is. He's out of Denton, Texas. He's 34 years old, 6'2", 200 pounds. And we need 5 to tie. Let's give him a finish, boys. Canerco, Manning, and then AJ. Some guys are certainly capable of doing some damage. Carly 0 for 3 tonight.
Buckholz went 8 innings, gave up a run on 5 hits. He walked 1, he fanned 5. In just a spectacular outing.
Well, as we discussed, it's easy to see why he is really a good-looking young right-handed pitcher. Just 26 years old, 6'3", 190 pounds, out of Lumberton, Texas. Well, he's got some good stuff. Two and 2 the count to Paul. And that's fouled back into the LG Skyline Club seats. Getting a hold. Nope. LJ.
Well, he knew he had a little time in which to deliver that one. Well, Trey's always been a good third baseman.
He's fun to watch. I like guys who got a little showmanship in them.
He's got some of that.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got a whole lot of talent.
That ball hit into center field softly. And Kalish can't make the play. So Manny picks up his second hit of the night. And that'll bring up AJ.
Kalish didn't get a real good break on this. Sometimes you read the swing. He came on, almost had the glove under it, and it rolled away.
And sometimes you read the player, especially young rookies like Kalish. Here's AJ. He's 1 for 3. And a single, scored our only tally back in the 5th. And that's into left field, a can of corn. For out number 2, and that'll bring up Quentin. If you're just tuning in, pitchers a record. Other starters, Jay Buckholz looking to go to 17-7. Mark Burley looking to go to 12-13. Carlos, get yourself another hit. He has walked, was hit by a pitch. That was the 20th time this year. And when this ball comes down, this ball game will be over. So the Sox 4-game winning streak is snapped as Boston takes the first of this series by a score of 6-1, and Stone Pony just too much Buchholz.
Well, no doubt he was outstanding tonight. They got enough runs, and Mark Burley didn't have his great stuff, and Boston made him pay for it. So they are just barely still alive.
And let's check out our GMC player of the game. It is the 26-year-old right-hander, Clay Buchholz. 8 innings, 1 run, 5 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Our GMC player of the game. So for my partner, the Stone Pony, Steve Stone. Our director, Jim Angio. Our producer, Mike Leary. Our associate producer, Dave Ross. Our technical manager, Mark Harper. The executive producer, Jim Corno Jr. Also, man runs the booth up here, the mayor, Mean Joe Group. Mike Mayer, Glenn Griffiths. This is the Hawk. So long, everybody.